This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted to be joined with Mick Conlan. We've just seen a great night at Falls Park. I mean, the weather didn't really hold up, but it didn't cause too much problems. It was absolute fire in the ring.
Yeah, like very competitive fights. Pody's fight there at the end. He looked like he got wobbled. He wobbled, stayed and stuff, and it was a great fight. So it's been a great day of boxing.
And another great win for Sean McComb, who's sort of in such rich form at the moment.
Yeah, he is, and he's shown he can hold that boxing ability over 10 rounds with someone pressuring him. He's learned enough of that since the Gavin Gwynn fight, and he's just improving. So I'm really happy for him, and he went on for a good performance.
Another one I wanted to mention, Kieran Molloy with an incredible performance. I know. Yeah.
Wow, what a knockout, man. Bit of a statement there, I think. It was first round, wasn't it? First round. And you know what the best thing about it was? He set it up with a jab first. He touched for the jab, and the guy attacked and countered him left. It was unbelievable. What a shot. Kurt Walker also put on a good performance against a very game opponent, Nerda Duran, and coming at him. He always seems to fit these crazy guys who always do crazy stuff in the ring, but I thought he boxed really well.
I was going to say, another sort of special night that further proves the growth of Irish boxing here, and we see sort of, even if you don't have to be involved, people still come out to watch.
Yeah, well, I'm not involved fighting, but I'm still involved putting the show on, so it's been great. It's been a fantastic night, and it's good we're kind of building the next kind of people that step in after I do finally say goodbye.
Tyrone McKenna fighting for the IBO world title, another massive fight for him after pushing on from the Chris Jenkins fight as well.
Who knows, Lewis, you could be in Dublin too.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm
starting to like you a bit more, you could be in Dublin too. But yeah, fantastic, delighted for Tyrone. He's been waiting for his opportunity. There's a reason he wasn't fighting in Belfast, my last card and stuff, and it was because we knew this was in the pipeline, and fantastic now we've got it in Dublin, in the capital. Really special for us to have our first show in Dublin, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'll be banging on Sheldon's door to get me to Dublin, but we'll go on to sort of about yourself. We see come out this week that you and Adam Booth have parted ways. How long of a decision did this take for you to make?
It was a good few weeks since the fight. How long is it now? We're over 2 months now, so it was something that I'd been thinking about after the fight, and I sat down with the people closest to me, and we spoke, and we kind of thought best decisions kind of have a fresh start somewhere else, and that's what I plan to do.
Was it a difficult decision to make for yourself, would you say?
Yeah, of course. My life is over there in England, in Surrey, and my whole setup, the gym, the team, the people around, Adam, Paige, Fozzie, all these guys, Big Charlie. It's hard, that's probably the hardest things to change, but I know it's needed, and I know I need a fresh look, and that's what I want to do now.
And when you said to me before about you taking steps carefully, do you think this is another careful step that you've got to make in the progression of your career to really sort of progress?
Yeah, this wasn't done, out of, the last fight or anything. It was just, I think it's time, and it was thought out. It wasn't a rushed decision. It was something that we spoke about and went over strenuously before we pulled the trigger on saying, listen, let's split our ways, and it's still hard, but it's something I believe I have to do.
And is it hard at times where over time you gain a relationship with a trainer, you gain loyalties towards them, but sometimes ultimately the only person that's in control of your career is yourself, so is it important to sort of make selfish decisions in a way? Yeah,
you only have one shot at your career, don't you, really? So I wasn't going to, wait around and probably regret it in the future. It's hard, you do build relationships, but as I said, it's been done amicably, on good terms. I went over, we sat down face to face, and I explained my situation and what way I wanted to move forward, and it was respected on both ends, and that's the way I think you should do it. The man way to do it is to go and say to someone face to face.
And is it important in a way where to almost chase sort of a different environment, something more that's not used to you. Like I say, sometimes people can get too comfortable and get used to their surroundings. So now you're going to be in a, wherever you go next, this is going to be a situation where you're going to have to gel with a new trainer, or this might sort of up your game in a way.
Yeah, definitely. I think I needed a fresh look, something different. Now, I've been with Adam and the boys since 2018, so it's a long time, and I've had 2 losses together, and the Lopez fight being the last one, I was just like, maybe just change it. Nothing, not pointing fingers, not blaming anybody. Maybe just a little bit of change would help freshen things up. I've been in this boxing game 24 years this year. It's a lifetime, man. So yeah, it's time for something different.
When you look at now new trainers, how important is it for you now that it's got to be the right step? It's got to be the one, because as you said to me, it's you want to be a world champion, you still want to push for that, but sometimes the back's against the wall. So is it important now that you need to know what's right for you in a way, and it needs to be the perfect trainer, even if there's a slight bit of doubt?
Yeah, definitely. And I'll go and try many trainers before I pick one. I think I'm probably guilty of, if I see something once and I try something once and I like it, I'll probably not try the rest, instead of going around to everybody and assessing which one's going to be best. And that's what I plan to do this time. Try a good lot of trainers, different places, different gyms, and see how it fits for me. And I know most likely I'll know when the right one lands, and even if it's the first one, I'll still go and try the rest now, and that's the difference this time.
Could we see this being outside of the UK? Could we see you going to America or elsewhere? Do you think that's what you might need, somewhere sort of a foreign trip in America or anywhere else like that?
Possibly. I think everything is possible in that sense. I'm looking at coaches all around the world, not just here in Ireland and the UK. So I think you could see me in America. You could see me still, in the UK. I'm not too sure. But there is coaches around the world who I'm looking at and who will go and test.
How long do you want this process to be for you for looking at new trainers?
I don't want to do too long, if I'm honest. I think another month, probably a little bit more. If I'm looking to fight December time, you probably don't want to rush into picking a coach. So maybe the December fight gets moved. Maybe it gets moved to St. Patrick's Day. Who knows? I just got to take my time and, as I said, make the right decisions.
I know I've sort of asked you a lot of questions. It's sort of just the last one for me, because I think whenever I see it, guys that look at new trainers, I see what AJ done, and you think about how many he went that tour around America. Do you feel like it's beneficial to get a taste of all different sort of flavours in a way?
You could probably upset their taste buds if you're doing that, and get confused. But no, there's a few who I think I most definitely have to try. I don't need to name no names now. But I'm not going to go around, put myself in every shop window, but I'll go around the few which I think work for me, and hopefully they work, one or two of them, and I'll pick the right one.
And literally just the last one from me, with having this and going through these difficult decisions that you got to make, is it important also to have guys like Jamie and the rest of your team that will support you and will make sure that, be secondary opinions in a way?
Yeah, it's very, very important. I think, as a fighter, you're in your own world a lot of the time, so you need kind of good influences around who help gauge you in the right direction. And I know I have that. That's Jamie's missus with her phone. Like, who has their phone on loud these days? I don't know, but I think it's right to have the right people around me and to bounce ideas off and bounce suggestions off and see what other people think. But at the end of the day, there's only one decision that will really matter, and it will be mine.
100%, Mick. I appreciate your time and I appreciate you chatting to me, and I appreciate the invite to Belfast, mate. I've had a good time.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Matt's I told you Matt's my main guy from Boxing Social, but you're filling in when he's abroad, away from his family for 3 weeks and all. No, he didn't want to come, and he's with Nate Diaz and all that, and but he called Jake Paul and that. But you've done a good job.
I appreciate it, mate. He gave me.
Last time, I'm starting to like a little bit more than Parsons, so we'll see now.
Yeah, I had an hour phone call with him yesterday, so he's missing Belfast, mate. He's missing Belfast, but thank you, Mick. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.